Welcome to the Leverage Business Podcast, where we believe business success is about working smarter, not harder, leveraging your time and expertise in ways that fit the digital age you and your clients live in today. I'm your host, Jay Allison, author of Leverage Consulting in the Digital Age and founder of the iSuccess Business Academy. And every week I'll be sharing insights into how you can apply the power of leverage to grow your consulting, coaching, or other expert services business and create true freedom and independent success with mindset, marketing, and money model breakthroughs. Because when you get leveraged, the sky's the limit. Let's go for it. Welcome to the Leverage Business Podcast with me, Jay Allison, a podcast for professional service providers who want to build and grow a business that achieves true independent success. Let's kick off with a very old quote from Archimedes. He said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." In a consulting or coaching type business, leverage holds the key to growing a business that gives you true freedom. It's all about achieving more whilst working less, working smarter, not harder, and creating the work-life balance you desire, full of all the things that make you happy and fulfilled. Now, success is whatever it means to you, right? Personally, professionally, and financially. But most of us, independent success is about achieving a sense of purpose and impact whilst meeting our income and lifestyle aspirations. To start and survive in business, you need clarity, clients, and consistency. But to thrive, to grow and scale without stress and overwhelm, what's needed is leverage. Because once you've nailed the business of landing clients, a lack of leverage can wreck your work-life balance and put a stranglehold on growth. You might not feel it at the time, but if you're super busy, overwhelmed, and working all hours, there's a danger of burnout and suddenly you crash. Believe me, I've been there and suffered the consequences. But being busy and fully booked is also good news because it means your business is ready to grow. If you know your business has real potential and you want to learn how to get to the next level, then you're in the right place. Are you ready to work smarter, not harder? Then with the Leverage Business Podcast, I'm here to support you. Let me introduce myself real quick and say, hi, I'm Jay Allison. I'm the author of Leverage Consulting in the Digital Age and creator of the iSuccess Business Academy. I'm a business consultant, educational entrepreneur, and marketing enthusiast. And I use my skills and experience to help solo professionals and small service businesses who are ready to take their reach and revenue to the next level. After a career in university educational development, including professional development of teachers and strategic planning, circumstances made the time right for me to venture out on my own. I've now been running a successful consulting practice for over 13 years, and I've an even longer history of e-learning, network marketing, and internet business development, and done a fair amount of mentoring, coaching, and team building in my time. I've worked with both small businesses and large corporate organisations over the last 10 plus years to help them go from fragmented and frantic to joined up and streamlined. How? Well, we start out with a focus on clarity, looking at what you want to achieve and why, who you serve, and how your business runs. Then we shift gears towards the doing, how to plan strategically, set achievable goals, improve business processes, and implement key change factors. Real business growth stuff, right? Well, out there in Facebook land or even LinkedIn, do you get a sense nowadays that the content out there for consultants, coaches, and other professional practitioners seems to be either speaking to people still fully or partly in the corporate world, or to so-called online entrepreneurs with a big focus on mindset? But for me, and maybe for you, we've been doing what we do a pretty long time. Do I think mindset isn't a factor? No, definitely not. Mindset is super important to help you grow as a person, as a CEO, and as a leader. Definitely worth working on. But there are some really important mechanics of business that are equally critical to get into the system. I do think entrepreneur is a bit of an overused term and has lost a lot of its meaning. Nonetheless, it is useful as a collective term for people who are swapping employment for self-employment, who want to own their expertise, be their own boss, and own the rules. And you can't argue with the merits of that. What I mean is that neither of these boxes feel quite right, not the right fit when you're an established consultant, because you sit in both camps, corporate and entrepreneur, and actually sort of between them. So in this podcast, we're going to talk about the issues that make sense for you. We're making a new box, and no one is going to call you a boss babe. My background is in professional development and business development, so whatever comes up, I've got you covered. So what does this passion for empowering independent businesses actually look like? Well, first up, I've been at this for years. I've seen a lot of trends in the digital arena, ridden the waves, seen a few things come and go, and other things stick around, undoubtedly because they matched with the fundamentals of business and an understanding of human behavioral psychology, which makes them work. Second, I'm an avid consumer of knowledge and have filled probably around 50 notebooks, mostly A4, 200 pages size, as I've journeyed along my own entrepreneurial path since 2004. So on the podcast, I'm going to be sharing what I'm learning, what I've distilled, what's worked for me, and what's worked for others in our space. I'll also be inviting a few guests on to talk about their leverage model of business and get into all the things that are spinning around in my head and in my heart. So it's going to be very topical about what's happening right here and now for all of us in the professional services and service business industries. I thought, I want to help consulting professionals, coaches, therapists, all of those building a service-focused business where you do stuff for people. And the way I want to do that is to apply mindset, marketing, and money context to their business design, to help them get back to the dream of working for yourself, of having the finances, freedom, and fortitude to achieve true success. My word for this year, 2020, is visibility. And then COVID happened. But actually, it suits us really well because a lot of things were moving online, obviously, as a lot of face-to-face consulting work didn't take place, was postponed, or just simply cancelled. But no matter what's going on in the world, digital is a key way for all of us in business to reach, interact, and impact people. This year, I completed a book project that's been years in the making, titled Leverage Consulting in the Digital Age, that puts all of this together in the way I help consulting, coaching, and other expert professional service providers to build and grow a business, harnessing digital strategies to leverage their expertise. Having published the book, I knew I had to get myself out there and shine my light, so to speak, share my expertise in a bigger way, and help as many people as possible to achieve true success as an independent. I decided that a podcast will be a great way for me to connect with my tribe outside the written word, bring the book to life, and reach people who could benefit from the insights and guidance. The core concept through everything I'm doing is to help people design a business for leveraged living, to get back that vital work-life balance, to break through the mindset, marketing, and money challenges stopping you from business growth, and to help you grow your business to whatever your vision of success might be. This podcast is a space for ambitious service business owners to learn, to grow, to succeed, and to achieve your most leveraged, fulfilling, and profitable business. Helping people who want to achieve success in their career and business without compromising their personal freedom is a tricky sell. I looked long and hard at the title for this podcast, and I asked the audience, I asked all kinds of people, and really leverage is something that everybody knows about, but the leverage business didn't really land. So I'm hoping that over time we are going to achieve some kind of movement, some kind of understanding of what a leveraged business actually looks like and how it feels when you're running it. And I think that's the most important thing. Nowadays, we're so subjected to a multitude of marketing messages, we start believing that there's some magic bullet to growing a business. This has us chasing after every shiny new tactic out there. We spend thousands on books, courses, memberships, how to get leads on LinkedIn, how to grow a Facebook group, how to create a membership, how to write a book, how to launch a podcast. The list is endless. Well, look, these are all very worthy pursuits, but only if they fit your business strategy, your personality, where you are in your business right now, and your preferred ways of communicating, networking, and spending time. And we're going to talk about planning and persevering and pivoting, which is pretty topical for 2020, right? Well, it's something I've dedicated my working life to over the last 8 years. I've worked with non-profit organisations, including education, charities, social housing, mental health, and I've mentored small businesses through regional business growth programs. So I've seen a lot of different professionals and business startups in loads of different service industries. And it's very interesting to see that actually there's some very common areas that people struggle most with. So in 2018, I set up the iSuccess Business Academy really as a supportive environment for helping those kind of businesses, for helping independent consultants and service-focused businesses to build a business that serves them as well as their clients. I help them attract and work with clients online. I help them create authority platforms. I help them to build and sell a market-ready product. And I help them to join the two together into a streamlined, consistent process. I'm nearly always pretty fired up when I get back to the heart and soul of what I do. But from time to time, I kick back and enjoy the fruits of my labour. That leaning in and leaning out is something that I've learned to do. Because of my own struggles with burnout and having some health challenges, I was kind of forced to do it. But actually, I realised my business was better for it because I got way more creative. I had my best ideas when I was sort of sitting back, relaxing. So when I'm not working, I totally practice what I preach now and embrace time away from digital devices. I love going for long walks in the countryside, catching up with family and friends, reading or doing a puzzle, and yep, even binge TV. If you want to learn more about me, the iSuccess Business Academy, or get my book, Leverage Consulting in the Digital Age, then go to my website, jallison.com, for all the deets. I hope this trailer episode gives you a glimpse into my world and how I can help your world. Well, at least the business work-life balance thing. Feel free to get in contact or connect with me on my social media channels and let me know if this resonates and what you'd really like to hear about and learn about on the Leverage Business podcast. Until next week, I'm Jay Allison, and thank you so much for joining me. If you listened and loved the first few episodes, please remember to subscribe and leave me a great rating and review so that others can find the podcast and we leverage each other's journey.